Hello everyone, welcome back to Family Life Builders TV, where we're rebuilding homes and transforming society. My name is Tosin Opeoluwa. In this video, we're going to be talking about things that can actually destroy marriages faster than infidelity. And one of them is the mental health. Mental health is very essential to the success of our relationship or our marriage. Also, personality is very essential for us to be conscious. That's the word. Be conscious of the state of our mental health and the state of the kind of personality that we have with the personality of the person that we are in the relationship with, because this has a long way to go with how healthy our relationship will be. And the number one of them is anxiety. In most family theory, there's this family theory that I love so much, and that's Bowen theory. This theory actually emphasize the anxiety that is going on in the relationship that affects every member of the relationship and have the tendency to cause chaos in a family relationship, in a family life relationship. So anxiety is the number one thing. One of the things that brings up anxiety sometimes it could be a disorder, right? And another time is only pathological, or is only a learned act. As a child, being anxious for me is a learned act. Because why? I grew up with a single mom, and she's always going to say, well, I know. My mom is very hopeful. She will say, well, I know God will provide, right? But I have not grown to that point. So I'm always having anxiety about what we will eat the next day. Even when we don't see anything in the pot, when we don't see any food, my mom will say, God will provide. Trust me, God provides most of the time. And sometimes we go hungry as well. So I developed that, unconsciously. Being anxious, being thinking about what will happen next, what will happen next, what will happen next. So anxiety could be learned, and it could be a disorder. I know people who just wake up having an anxiety and then increasing to panic attack and all that. So that is not the anxiety I'm talking about here is not the disorder, per se right now, but people that learn it, people that just don't know how to handle the thoughts of what is going to happen next, what is going to happen in the future. Also, inability to control those thoughts, especially if you're dealing with negative thoughts. Inability to control those thoughts can lead to impatience. And when you're not patient, you're going to have lots of problem in your relationship, especially if you are not in control. If you're not the one that has the power in the home, then you will become depressed. So when you have lots of anxiety, you're going to have negative thoughts, you're going to be impatient, and then you're going to have lots of depression. Sometimes something else that you need to watch out for that could destroy your marriage faster than infidelity is anger. So sometimes it's irrational. People have lots of sense of entitlement. When I was reading and dealing with anger, as a child, one of the things that I discovered was if you have to come out of anger, you have to come out with the fact that I give up my right to be angry. So you have to give up your right to be angry at people. Although you might know they might have offended you, but you have to give up that right to be angry every time. And then when you're angry, even the Bible says you should be angry, but you should sin not. So you should not let the sun go down on that anger. So when you're angry, you quickly, move through it and then go to the next step of your life, right? So when you're angry, you are irrational, you feel entitled, you will always overreact to the people that work for your spouse, spouse, overreact to your in-laws, overreact to the children, overreact to the people around you. And when you are overreacting, you also have the tendency to start overspending because you are angry with someone. I know someone who said because her husband is a giver, then she started overspending. So she would take the money. She said it's because he has too much. That's why he's giving it out. So she will help him to spend the money. And she started overspending and got into the habit of buying things that she doesn't need. And their whole house was full of junks and things that were not necessary. The next thing is bitterness. When you're hungry, you have the tendency to be bitter. And when you are bitter, God does not live where there is all kinds of evil, all manner of evil. Bitterness is evil. God cannot stay in such, home or habitation. Another thing is unforgiveness. Of course, when you can't forgive, you will be bitter. God cannot stay in such place. Anger is still the root of every unforgiveness. And when you are angry, the next thing that will happen, you open the door for sickness to come in, right? Because when you are hungry, you are overstressed and then your immune system drop. Once your immune system drop, you open the door for sickness to come in. And when sickness come in, some sickness could lead to death. So it's very essential that you stop getting hungry unnecessarily. If you want to work with me on, overcoming anger in your relationship or in your life, you can actually email me at familylifebuilderstv and I'll take you through a 2 weeks course and then you can change things. The next one, know it all. There are some women and men, they know everything. They know it all. And so sometimes because they know it all, they make bad decisions. They make too many mistakes and they live in the pains of regret. So the Bible says in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. You can't override, you can't overrule this place, the place of people having something to contribute to whatever that is going on in your life. The last but not the least is lack of financial sense. This can destroy your marriage faster than you can imagine. If you lack financial sense, if you are frivolous and purposeless in your spending, you are going to destroy your marriage faster than you can ever imagine. So it's very, very, very essential for you to actually learn how to spend your money. Remember, it's just one life, one marriage. So enjoy it. Be intentional about it. And I'll see you next time. Oh, like this video if you like it. And share with someone that needs to hear it. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Keep becoming a better you. Things work when we work it. Bye for now.